Hey guys, it's Josh coming at you from Germany. Just fresh back from a trip to Istanbul where I found a place like no other I've seen in my travels around Europe. But before we get into talking about some wet shaving, I just wanted to share a few interesting facts about Istanbul that I didn't know before I went there. First, Istanbul is the only city in the world that straddles two continents, Asia and Europe, and we visited both of them. Pretty much look the same to me. Istanbul has a very important part in the history of the world. From the Byzantines to the Ottomans and on to the Romans, the city of Istanbul was the capital of these important empires over millennia. But what's interesting to know is, despite the fact that it was the capital of those empires, it is not the modern-day capital of Turkey. In fact, the modern-day capital of Turkey is Ankara. Interesting fact number 3. Despite not being Turkey's capital, Istanbul is the largest city in Turkey with more than 13 million people, 99% of which are Muslim. Great place to visit if you get a chance. Wet shaving in Istanbul. Let's put it this way. It's not exactly a mecca of wet shaving. See what I did there? Now, I was primarily in the touristy parts of Istanbul, but I did get around a bit to some more residential areas and some more commercial areas. One thing that I learned is it's hard to find a barbershop pretty much anywhere. When I peeled back the onion a little bit more, I noticed that it was really common to see folks with facial fur all over Istanbul. In fact, just based on my unscientific estimation, I would say 80% of people in Istanbul had some, by people I mean men, have some sort of facial hair, whether it be a mustache, a scruff, or a full beard. Doing a little bit of research on the internet, I found out that, in fact, facial hair in Turkey has sometimes a religious meaning. It can even have indications of what kind of political party you are in Turkey. I found that extremely interesting. But needless to say, it is a place where wet shaving isn't exactly a priority. You're not seeing a lot of artisan wet shaving products coming out of Turkey. What you do see a lot of is Arko. In fact, Arko is so popular that you see it in kiosks, you see it in stores like basically the equivalent of their CVS or Walgreens or Boots, wherever you might be in the world. But the interesting thing is, despite the fact that Gillette, owned by Procter & Gamble, seemingly with a world domination of the shaving market, they have a serious presence here, Arko shares what appears to be equal billing. Now take a look at this picture. Here you can see Arko on the left. There's a special display stand for the shaving creams. On the right, at the exact same product placement level, is the Procter & Gamble products. So Arko is, it looks like, if you just take it based off of this shelf and all the kiosks I kind of wandered into to see what they were selling for wet shaving products, Arko seems to have about equal market share in Turkey. But don't expect to see a lot of razor blades and razors and shaving brushes being sold in many of the stores. You'd probably be better suited, if you're looking for Turkish products, buying them online. I like to use Tulumba.com when I'm looking for Arko products online, but there are other shaving retailers that have their products as well. But what was also interesting is, as is the case in a lot of places in Istanbul, you can find shaving products being sold on the streets, on blankets. Here's where you can see somebody selling Mach 3 razor blades that were probably manufactured in the late 90s, right there on a sidewalk. I just found that kind of interesting. But it was my goal during this trip to get a straight razor shave in Turkey, and I wasn't disappointed. I actually spent about an hour walking around the city. God bless my wife, who's very patient. We found a place where I got a no frills shave with a shavette or shavette, however you pronounce it. But pretty good shave. I will let the videotaping, courtesy of my wife, tell the tale. Suffice it to say, I got a pretty nice shave. In the video, you'll see I give it a BBS, but I reevaluated that a little bit. He did not go against the grain on my mustache area, and that usually results in fairly unsatisfactory results about 3 or 4 hours later. But all things considered, it was a cool experience. If you get a chance, check out Turkey, check out Istanbul. If I go back to Turkey, I'd like to see some areas that are maybe a little less touristy. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on my next installment.
Josh, what are you doing?
Turkish shave.
Are you excited?
Couple days growth. Yeah, it's harder than you might think to find one of these.
How long do we say?
An hour? Easy.
It's going to make him look handsome, right?
Come over the corner. Arco? Shave soap? The soap? Arco?
Yes,
Arco. I know that smell. Like a urinal cake.
Looks like it's a boar brush.
I think you're right, man.
It's a nice thick lather. I would hope so for the straight razor that he's going to be using on you.
Yes. It's a shavette. So it's not really a true straight. It's
That's good, because I wouldn't be recording if it was.
it looks like a straight though.
I'm officially the only woman in the store. Interesting. He wipes the blade off on his hand and then comes in for the cut. I gotta stop watching and actually recording, otherwise you'll miss it.
Kaleye doğru bildiğin kontrolünde sadece etkili bir vuruş gelmedi ondan. Sağ kanada doğru Rıdvan. Tekrar Rıdvan. Yaptı ortasına uzak noktaya doğru tehlikeli pozisyon var.
Go!
Do you have a foosball while watching, perhaps?
Biraz beraberlik gitti. Nasıl?
Selam.
Merhaba.
Merhaba.
Diğer abi
Yok burada. Gayet. Hangisinden bahsettin acaba ya?
hangisi? Genç olan öğrenci.
Genç olan.
Abi abi. Abi beni biraz aciliyetim var da. Hemen yollayabilir misin? Ya vallahi ben bu ara kalmıyorum geceleri. Erken kapatıyorum. O yüzden.
Ne yapalım? Sadece
Sen hafif bir kısalt. Hallerini düzelt abi. Şuraları enseyi menseyi biraz düzelt. Buradan şöyle. Hafif bir altlar. Çok uzamış şekilleri. Çok daha ama hafif alt.
Ne oldu? Sen mi oldun?
kırılacağım oğlum ya. Su getiriyorum.
Sen mi küfür ettin? Niye küfür ettin?
How does it feel?
So far so good.
Ha. Maç nerede?
You can tell he's done this before.
A few times.
Adam bile bağırdı be. Oy. Sana doda vermişlerdi kardeşe, şeker vermişlerdi. Nesine gitti bizim beraberlik?
Sakın uyanıklık yapmayı düşünme. Bir yere polis göndermeye kalkma. Bir iki yeri de adamların gözetliyor. Sadece sen gidebilirsin. Anlaşmamızı bozduğun anda, işin içine polisin karıştırdığını gördüğüm anda her iki bombayı da patlatırım.
Fatih, ateş konmakta yardımın lazım.
Hayır hemşire! O kurtarı! Hayır!
Adamın yüzü gülüyor.
That's the part I don't like.
Üç dakikalık kayıt zaman işareti. İzmir'de Alsancak Sarı'da serbest vuruşu buz kullanma hazırladı. Çok siyah noktasını bir kere beklediği dağları kafa vuruşunun kaleye yarıyor.
very lemony. Definitely a little alcohol burn there. And some more Arco. First, some football. Arco. Yeah. That's a BBS right there. Very nice. Thank you. I'm here with my photographer, the beautiful Jessica Kessler.
We'll see how much he likes it after.
Yeah, sometimes we have image stability issues.
Or attention deficit disorder.
But it feels awfully good. I knew the minute that the stuff went on my face that it was Arco. And sure enough, it's a nice Turkish product, and I'm happy to have a few of those at home.
I knew the minute we walked in the place that it was uncomfortable. I was the only woman in there.
Yeah, and that's a perspective you probably don't hear that often, but we're learning more and more as we're in Istanbul that the gap between men and women seems to be a bit more, what would you say, honey?
Pronounced
than maybe the States or even Germany, but great shave anyway. And for, what was it?
$5.
$5, 10 Turkish lira. You can't beat that.
Pretty nice.
Ah, that is the endorsement, gentlemen.